All right. Welcome, guys. How you guys? Good to see you guys. Yeah, my favorite Rocky uh motivational music going here. It's always inspiration, right? Good stuff. So hey, let's see. How are you? Good to see you. All right. Put down the chat where you're coming from, what you do. I also going live on all the other platforms as well. So let's make it happen. Okay. Today I'm gonna talk about location with midterm rental and um, location with midterm rental and corporate housing and how you can win as well, making 6 figure income with it. Okay. So how many of you want to make 6 figure income? 6 figure income passively, right? Passively with real estate, not like you don't even have to own the property. Okay. You can make passive income from this. So that's what I'm talking about is corporate rental with zero eviction rate and 90% extension rate. Okay. So that sounds like you. That's what we're gonna cover today. Okay. This is the best strategy I found in real estate. The best strategy I found in business at all. And if you stick with me just for the next 45, 50 minutes here, I will show you why this is the number one strategy and why you don't want to miss out on this greatest opportunity coming into the new year where you can leverage somebody else's property you don't even own and make it worth your while. Okay. So I'll do everything in my power to make it worth your while. As long as you commit to stay with me to the end, I will give you all the blueprints, everything I can, clear you all the secrets so that way you can achieve financial freedom this coming year. This coming year. Okay. Imagining in the next 3 to 6 months you can get financial freedom. Okay. How many will want that? Absolute financial 6 figure income, freedom. Okay. So I'm gonna start with you right now, right here. We're gonna get it going here. Good to have you guys. Put down your why in the chat too, because your why is super important as well, right? That's why I wanna help you. I do really care about everybody why, because that is why we do what we do. Otherwise, we're not gonna do what we do, right? So, what is your why? Why are you doing this? And then let's jump right into it. Okay. So the number one thing in real estate is what? Location, 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 right? That's the number one thing. So today we're going to talk about how to find the best location. And not only that, how to get the best deal, because you don't need to buy any property because you're doing arbitrage, which means you rent somebody else's property and then you re-rent it out to companies. Or you do co-hosting. Okay, co-hosting meaning that you are managing properties for other people. So with either one of these strategy, you can choose any location you want, right? You have no limit. Imagining you don't have any limit and you can choose any location you want, and you can go and choose any neighborhood you want, and you can still make good income from it, right? The reason why is you do arbitrage or co-hosting, where you do, it's not your property. You're leveraging OPP, other people property. Okay. How many want to know how to leverage other people property, right? That's why it's so powerful. Okay. The difference between owning versus renting, and why do we rent instead of own? Because we want to sublease, we want to leverage somebody else's property, right? So when you buy a property, how many buy a property before for rental? You know, it take a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of, headache, because it take you like months for you to buy it, and then months for you to renovate it, and next thing you know, it's like a year. And then most people, it's their life savings to buy a property. Okay. So I learned a long time ago, in order for us to make the income we want, 15, 20, 30K a month, we need at least 10, 20 properties. The challenge with buying a property traditionally is, people run out of capital. I mean, nobody have money to buy like 10 houses, right? So therefore, they don't have the money to buy 10 houses. They can't really retire. They, you know, um, it's going to take them a long time. But when you rent the property, when you are renting it, you can do like 10 houses for each home that you rent. I mean, each home that you buy. So for example, you have 100K. Well, 100K when you buy, all is only gonna allow you to buy it, down payment, and pay like or just a down payment and rehab. But for that 100K, you can do like 10 arbitrage, where you can rent somebody else's property and then you re-rent it out, subleasing it for double the market rent. Okay. So because all you need with arbitrage is first month rent and deposit, and then the furniture, and that's it, right? You don't need to put the down payment. You don't need to do the rehab. And then you can cherry pick those 10 properties, in different markets, different locations. Question, if you have, well, for the same amount of money, do you want to make money from 10 houses or one house? 10 houses, right? Have you ever thought about how Airbnb beat the Hilton in its own game in only under 10 years? What took the Hilton 100 years? The Hilton been around 100 years. And it's not even as big like a portion of Airbnb, because Airbnb know how to leverage other people's properties. Airbnb don't own any property. Hilton own a lot of properties. So the thing is, you don't need to own to make money from it. You need to control the property. Controlling the property is everything, right? And then imagining, if you instead of having one property, you can have try 10 different markets, 10 different deals. Wouldn't that be safer for you? Even if one deal don't work out, you still have 9 other deals making you money. Okay. Versus owning a property, buying a property for rehab. If that doesn't work out, you are SOL, right? Because that's all like your life savings a lot. A lot of time, my students, as you know, I have like 400,000 followers, and I have a lot of students over the years, and several students does flipping. And flipping is great when it works. When it doesn't work, man, I mean, a couple of them lost like everything in 2 deals, right? Because it's a lot of risk. So always look at the risk to reward ratio. That's what important when you're looking at businesses. The risk to reward ratio. That's why I learned from all these billionaires, Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, and Sergio Branson, because they always understand the risk to reward ratio. In flipping or in traditional real estate, you're risking 100K and a couple years of your life to do a flip, and then you go out and you make 100K. Well, that's like a 1-to-1 ratio. You see what I'm saying? If your risk to reward is 1-to-1, what percentage do you need to be right to make money? 100% of the time. Question, is there anybody that are right 100% of the time? No, right? So when you arbitrage, your risk is only 5 to 10K, because it's your first month rent and the deposit. That's it. Worst case scenario, the furniture is still yours. You can move to another house. The landlord is not going to chase you after you going through eviction in court because you owe them, some money, right? I mean, you're not going to owe them anything, because they're not going to chase you. You give them the deposit and you 1 month rent. That's a fair deal for them. They'd rather have that whole month to go out and find new tenants, new clients, you see? So that's why your risk is about 5 to 10K, but your reward is like 100K. Because if you make, on average, you make like $20,000, $30,000 a year per rental, you do that for 5 years, that's 100K, you see? So your risk to reward is like 1 to 10. Your reward is 10 times more than the risk. If you get this one concept that I have invested over $1 million into myself, travel across the world to learn, your life will be different. Your life will be changed completely, okay, like I did mine. Because when I quickly found this out, I quickly scaled to 20-something vacation rental back then, but 20-something houses for arbitrage. And I quickly found out that I am no longer freaking out when one of them don't book. You know, usually 2 or 3 of them are not booked, but 20-something of them are booked. You see what I'm saying? So I'm making way more money with the 20 that are booked, and I'm not freaking out by the 2 or 3 that don't book. Does that make sense? But when you only have 2 properties, you're gonna freak out if one of them don't book out. Okay, so that's why it's much better when you do it bigger a lot of times. And a lot of time you can leverage, you know how to leverage your key to freedom, your key to success. Okay, if you learn how to leverage rightly other people property, the skies open up, and as you have unlimited opportunities. Okay, so okay, so with that being said, what is short-term versus midterm? So short-term rental is short stay for a few days only. Okay, weekends, you know, short-term anything less than 30 days. Midterm is anything longer than 30 days. So tenants are usually corporate professionals or families, so they're gonna take care of the property very well, right? Vacationer, I done vacation rental for 10 years, and I can tell you a lot of it are nightmares, right? A lot of vacationer, they want to have fun, they party, they do drug, alcohol at your property expense. You know, do you really want that? No, right? But for midterm rental, for corporate clients, they are there to sleep. They're there to take care of their job. They don't want to lose their job. Their insurance families who going through relocation or renovation of their home because their home go through flood, hurricane, etc. And then, you know, their projects, usually the average stay for us is 3 to 6 months. So we are the oldest coaching company community for the midterm rental and corporate housing nationwide here. And, you know, before I went viral on social media a while back, there wasn't even a midterm rental coin. Nobody even know what midterm rental corporate housing was. You know, I told the masses because I want to help everybody, everyday people, ordinary like me, who was an immigrant, who wanted a better life for their family, right? So anyway, with midterm rental, the demographic, when I switched over, my life changed, guys. I scaled to 20-something vacation rental, and every weekend I was having 20-something vacationer families, right? Crashing the place or trashing the place. And, you know, it's a nightmare every weekend. Imagine you having 20-something, you know, vacationer, right? When I switch it all over to midterm rental or corporate housing, I don't have no worries. Okay, people, it's automatic wiring the money. Okay, there's zero. Guess how many evictions I have for the last 10 years with hundreds plus members in my community that we've done hundreds of deals. Zero eviction, guys, for 10 years. Okay, and then the other thing with short term is like you are risking. I mean, it's just like you're collecting a bunch of small fish. You're fishing for small fish with a rod every single day, tiny little fish every single day, okay, and trying to get fed. Whereas midterm or corporate housing, you are catching a whole whale, and then you can feast for months, sometimes the whole year, because the corporate clients have money, right? Listen, the biggest question I changed also is, who is my ideal client? That one question changed everything, okay? Who's your ideal client? The ideal client in this business is not the mom and pop going through vacation, stay for 2, 3 days, and then, you know, never see them again. No, right? Or the, spring break partier. No. The ideal client here are the corporate companies that have the resources that worth 10 million to sometimes $1 billion. They also are for families with insurance, so they already are responsible people with insurance with houses that they own. So therefore, they will take care of the property, and they're not going to do anything to jeopardize losing their job, right? So it require way less frequent management than short term, because each of the midterm stay on average is 20 to 30 times longer than short term. So therefore, the workload is 20 to 30 times less. Does that make sense? So with the workload, with the cleaning being less, your money, go a long way, and plus you don't have to worry about managing it, and it costs you a lot more money to clean it every single weekend as well. I did the math, like for every weekend that you clean, costs you like $150. That's like $600-700 a month, right? But for midterm, you only clean every 3 to 6 months, so you're saving thousands of dollars just on cleaning and just the headaches of it. Okay. All right. Book a free consultation. Call one of our top advisors if you haven't already. That's the best Thanksgiving offer I can give everyone is my time. So, take advantage of it, right? It's an hour-long free strategy call consultation. And when I first started, if I have somebody been in the game for 10 years who, has helped hundreds of people get success, that give me an hour of their time for free, I would do anything to make it worth it. It's like worth like $10,000 for me, at least, right? So with that being said, the link's in the chat. If you haven't already, book that call. And I will see you on the call, okay? Or my top advisor will see you. We do a round robin. Lucky enough, you have either me or him, and we'll take care of you either way, okay? Anyway, what states are best for midterm rental? The bigger the cities, the better. The higher the cost of living, the bigger populations, it's actually better because you can charge more for the corporate clients, okay? So that's why it's actually good for you. And then, what else? So populated or large cities are very good as well, okay? Up and coming cities, cities in transition. All these are very, very important, okay? So populated large cities, up and coming cities, they are making good money for their rental, and corporate companies are coming in. So what make a location ideal for midterm rental? Highways, hotels, hospitals, the 3 H's with the secrets. Highways, when 2 highways intersect, where attention flow, money flow, okay? Where attention flow, money flow, write that down. So when 2 highways intersect and the hotel and the hospital put down anywhere from 10 million to $1 billion into opening their professional facilities, don't you think they already done their research? Exactly, right? So this is the secret, guys. Take a picture of this, write it down. Took me years to figure it out, and it worked. It worked so wonderfully, because follow the whales, you're gonna succeed, right? The government know where to put the highways. They've done tons of research. The hotels, the hospital, the companies, they know they've done a tons of research. And as long as you about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes close to these places, when 2 highways intersect, that's 4 pieces of pie. Well, one of the piece of pie always have a bunch of hotels and hospital, right? So that one piece of pie is where you want to go. You understand? So they divide into 4 pieces, right? For whatever reason, the hotel hospital will congregate on only 1 or maybe 2 of that size, right? Do we need to know why? No. All we need to know is follow the whales, you're going to get fed, okay? All right, so avoid downtown and HOA restricted area. You need nice suburban neighborhood with good schools, okay? So why? Because downtown and HOA restricted area, they are already restricted. They are very regulated. They have a lot of politics, whatever, that you don't want to deal with. You need to get out of the downtown area, strict area, and you go to the suburban neighborhood with good schools, so that way they're a lot more flexible and it's more family friendly, right? And also it's less, just less crazy as well. It's better areas. All right, what are the risks associated with poor location choices? Of course, the low demand or seasonality, higher vacancy, difficulty attracting quality tenants, right? Decrease in property value. All these are risks with poor location choices. You want to have good location choices, okay? So book a free consultation call one of our success advisor. How does location impact pricing in midterm rental? Effect, seasonality, effect on midterm rental pricing. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a lot less affected than short-term rental. Short-term rental, like you're building a castle on sand, okay? COVID happened. What happened to 100% of all short-term rental? They all closed down. Okay, even the biggest billion-dollar company. Why? Because nobody travel anymore. 9/11 happened. All the short-term rental shut down. So it's like you never know when the next COVID 9/11 gonna happen. So that's why I said building a short-term rental game is like building a castle on sand. Someday the wind gonna blow and everything will wash away. But midterm rental is different. When I was going through COVID, I was so blessed to change most of my contract to midterm corporate housing. So therefore, I was actually benefited from that pandemic because, I pivoted, and also the medical professional stayed at our place. Also, we had most of the construction or company or insurance housing, they all got delayed, right? So when they all got delayed, they need to extend, and they extended our place. And that way I make money without doing anything else. Okay. So that's what I like about it. Make money in your sleep, and you don't have to catch a bunch of small fish. Okay. And Airbnb also very oversaturated anyway. Okay. But midterm rental is not, right? Even people who've been in real estate for 30, 40 years never even heard about midterm rental, corporate housing, you know? So prime example, I think Leslie here, been in real estate for like 30, 40 years, right? I mean, she barely heard about it, right? So same with a lot of my students. So that's why you don't want to just do Airbnb and everybody and their whole family doing Airbnb. When that happened, you don't want the red ocean. The red ocean is where all the sharks are there, which is, vacation rental Airbnb. It's already oversaturated. But with midterm, it's not, because not many people know about it at all, right? And not many people have the corporate contracts or the insurance connections like we do to do this. So it's very hard to do to get in the game. There's a lot of barrier of entry. What are the strategies for competing in saturated markets? All right. So if the market is saturated, what do? You don't want to do short term because it's full short-term rental. You want to do midterm, right? You want to set up to stand out. That's a whole nother class, how to set up your property stand out. But the main thing is just understand what is your unique selling proposition. What is about your properties that is unique, different, right? And when you can cater to the midterm, for example, for midterm corporate clients, is very different from short term, where the clients are there to sleep before they go to work. So they just need a good night sleep, right? They don't need a fancy pool table or an actual pool or jacuzzi, all that stuff, okay? All they need is a good night's sleep. So you need stuff like blackout curtains, noise reduction fan. All these things really, really help them sleep, So, and then pet friendly. You want to have pet friendly because, private backyard insurance families, most of them have pets, right? Everybody who established in America have pets, like with their family a lot of times. So those are, some prime example. Okay. other strategy for competing in saturated markets, you want to do arbitrage. You don't want to buy, because when you buy, you buy the wrong property. It's gonna take you months to buy or sell the property, buy it again, and it lost hundreds of thousands of dollars easily, right? But when you do arbitrage, you can take the same amount of money, you do 10 of them with the same amount of money. Because with arbitrage, again, all you need is first month rent, deposit, and furniture. So it's a whole lot less risk if you rent. You can test the market, you can test the 10 different markets instead of just one, right? And if one of them don't work out, it's okay. Does that make sense? So that's why arbitrage and co-hosting is the way to go these days, because you can make 10 times more money, 10 times less risk, which means 10 times more freedom. Make sense? All right, what's the formula for corporate housing arbitrage? So first month rent and deposit, that's your initial expense. You can either buy the furniture or rent the furniture. You charge them 2 times the rent plus utilities or minus utilities, depending on the month. You make about $2,000 to $3,000 per month on arbitrage. 2,000 if you're in anywhere regular state. If you're in California, New York, Miami, you can make like 3,000, sometimes 5,000, 6,000 a month per property. Very possible. But this is just an estimate of what I see across the nation. Okay. So if you want 10 to 15K a month, all you need 5 property, making you 2, 3K a month. That's it. And if you do 1 a month, you can get there in 5 months. If you do 2 properties a month, you get there in 3 months. So in 3 months from now, you can literally make 10, 15K a month. Okay. And then if you want 20 to 30K a month, then just do 10 properties. That's it. This is what I wish I learned in MBA school, in my doctorate in pharmacy as well. They didn't teach us any of this, okay? Your cash flow is king. As long as you have cash flow, you are king, okay? If you have negative, if you have positive cash flow, yeah. If you have negative cash flow, it doesn't matter if you have so many properties, but if you're going under, who cares, right? It'll be the worst time of your life. So you want to have positive cash flow, and you want to get there. The quickest way is for you to arbitrage, and the most guaranteed risk way will be for you to rent it out to companies or insurance, where they have the resources so they don't, just not pay rent. What is the formula for co-hosting? So you need the initial expense for co-hosting is 0. What does it mean by co-hosting? Basically, you are managing the property for people. So you're gonna make less per property than the arbitrage model. However, it's a lot less risk because you're not putting any money down. Make sense? So on average, for each property, you make about, let's say, $700 to $1,600 a month, usually across the nation, depending on where you are. So about $1,000 a month. So you want 5,000 a month, do 5 property. 10,000 a month, 10 property. You want 20,000 a month, do 20 properties. And because it's somebody else's property, they take on the majority of the risk, not you. Does that make sense? So that's why this formula gives you almost infinite return, because you're not putting money down. So therefore, you're getting like infinite return. Who in here want to get infinite return? Okay. So that's something to really think about. And that's how you can scale very quickly. Make sense? So I know this is a lot of information. That's why we'll give you guys a 1 hour free consultation. All you gotta do is click on a link in the chat, schedule a call. And I also set aside a few hours a week to help my community as well. So if you're lucky enough, you can have those calls with me. It's going to be round robin with my top advisor. He's awesome as well. Been with me for a long time. So you're definitely in great hands, and we help you analyze whatever you need to analyze. I want to know just to see you qualify to join our community too, because we don't just accept everybody, okay? We want to grow our community with the right people only. So we're looking for people who are coachable, people who are have a positive mental attitude, and also who are givers, not just takers, right? So, and then, if you qualify for that, then we'll welcome you to our community. If not, then it's just, We're there to help you analyze whatever you need to analyze, give you some free information, and off we go. Okay, so the FAST method, this is the proprietary system that I come up with that will help you to do this business. So that's 4 steps. F is finding the right location. A is to ask to sublease. S is set up to stand out. T to tap into the corporate clients. Okay, only 4 steps, pretty easy. Because, okay, find the right location. We already cover, the main secrets that I look for. So, most people out there tell you need to do a tons of research software and all of that, which is great. But that's why we have our coaching company and us to go over every deal for you. We can tell you if it's a good deal, bad deal within minutes instead of you taking years to find out. Like I have a lot of followers that think they can do this themselves. And what usually happens is a couple years later, they crawl back to me and say, hey, how come it doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. Well, I pull it up and I tell you with them within minutes why it doesn't work, because they're in the wrong location or the wrong neighborhood because of X, Y, and Z. So, the number one thing you cannot change about real estate is what? Location. And the second thing is what? The view. Okay. So location and the view. So make sure you choose the right location. And with the arbitrage and co-hosting, what I love about it is you can really cherry pick the location you want, the deal you want, the landlord you want to partner up with. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to. Like, you don't have to be stuck with a property, right? If it doesn't work out, it's easy you to get out of it and go to the next thing, go to the next property, a lot less risk. Make sense? And then ask to sublease as well. So most Airbnb gurus teach you how to pitch other people on Airbnb, how to do Airbnb. Well, the thing is, if you are starting out right now and you pitch other people on doing Airbnb or corporate housing, they're going to ask you, oh, I like you, but how many of these properties have you done? And you don't want to lie and say, oh, it's my first one, second one, right? What are the chances of you actually making it happen on your own? It's lean to 0, right? But how about this? I figured out a long time ago. When you go to war, you want to go to war with an army or by yourself? Who will have a better chance of winning? Of course, with an army, right? If you're gonna play NFL, basketball, whatever team, is it wise for you to go against the whole professional team by yourself, or you want to have a team with you? Which one of there's no comparison, right? If you're gonna go play basketball, any kind of team sports, and you're gonna play against the whole team, I don't think anybody will win, even if they are like Michael Jordan. Okay. So the point here is, if you don't have a team, I already built the team. I already built the army. Hundreds of members nationwide. We've done hundreds of deals as well, and we can show you how to do that. So this is our team. It's called beyondchn.com, beyondcorporatehousingnetwork.com. And if you go on it and you click on partnership, you can see that we have partners nationwide. Okay. So when you pitch to a potential partner or landlord, or even a corporate company, you can ethically say, I'm a part of a nationwide corporate housing network. We've done hundreds of these deals nationwide, combined with 100 direct partners and group of coaches, 20 years combined experience. Boom. Instantly, you have credibility. Does that make sense? Instantly, they believe in you. Instantly, you can have the next meeting. They open up to you. Does that make sense? So it's all about leverage. And if you know how to leverage right, you can do anything you want to do. That's how you can get multi-million-dollar property in a very short amount of time. So, across my students, usually you do 1 to 2 a month, very easily to do with these. So whatever it is that you want to do, let's say you want to make 10K, well, you need 5 arbitrage or 10 co-hosting houses. So you do 1 to 2 a month, you get there within months. You see what I'm saying? Or you can be gung-ho like one of my elite partner on here, and he did 5 properties within a month. And then he made like 15, 20K a month, and then flew back home, take care of his family for like 6 months. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's so powerful. Okay. All right. So set up to stand out. How do you set up to stand out? This is another class that we have. But anyway, we have the best list for corporate housing. There are nuances for corporate housing that you need to know for you to set up your property that will cater to the corporate clients, right? So we don't have time to go over all this right now. You want to tune in another class. We teach about that separately in one of these weeks. But anyway, I just want to let you know that it is very important for you to understand how to set up to stand out and how do you cater to the corporate client's needs so that way they can book with you again and again and refer to you with other people. And the last thing is tap into corporate clients. So for most people out there, they only list on Airbnb or Verbal, right? Those are the 2 main platforms. But for us, we don't just do vacation rental. Like I actually, stay away from that because it's not very scalable and it's cost too much drama and work. We get direct bookings. So between me and my 100 member, we tested over 1,000 different sources inside of this whole industry, and we look far and wide and anywhere to find the right sources. What I found is there's only a few dozens of proven and tested sources of the whole industry that will give you the corporate clients and connection. How many here would want that connections to corporate clients and insurance clients, right? So that's what we do, is we give it to our community, our students, all of our proven sources. What took me 10 years to find Curry, blood, sweat, and tears trying to find it, call them, negotiate, we are the scammers, everything. You have it on a silver platter, okay? And off to the races, right? But if you want to do it yourself, I tell you how. I don't hold back. It's just very hard to do it yourself. But you want to do it yourself, call the human resource department of all of these companies. That's how you do it. The human resource department of these companies to find out, to build a relationship with them over the years and tell them what you do, where you're at. So that way, when they have a booking in the area, they can call you. Okay. All right, book a free consultation call if you haven't already. The calendar is filling up very fast. There's only a few of these call slots open because, our calendar is slammed and it's the holidays as well. So, but nevertheless, we're still giving out a few free consultation calls. Me, myself, personally, I commit to about 5 to maybe 7, 8 a week. So once these bookings gone, this slots gone, is gone. So definitely take advantage of that. And I look forward to help you personally because it's hard to help everybody on a call like this, right? But if you have a one-on-one conversation that we can really like a doctor drilling down on what's working, what's not working, why it's not working, and what we can do moving forward. Okay, so you can leave out of this call to have a right strategy to know exactly what you need to do to get you where you want to go. Okay. All right, last thing is how to do co-hosting. And then I'll put all your questions down too. So, and then after this, I'll answer all your questions. So if you have any questions, put it down. But anyway, co-hosting, you gotta understand the profit. So you can rent for 3,000 vacant house, but you can sublease it for 6,000. So therefore, there's a difference of $3,000. Well, you make 20% of co-hosting. So you make 20% of the 6,000 is $1,200. Minus utilities and vacancy, you can get net rent to the owner of 3,700. Okay, so that means an extra cash flow to the owner of $700. So remember, most landlord only make 10% of traditional rent. So they used to make 300, now they make 1,000. That's tripling their cash flow. If you're an investor, and if I can tell you a way to triple your cash flow or return on investment, are you gonna listen? Heck yeah, right? Because we are solving the landlord problem. What's the landlord problem? The tenant squat for 3 to 6 months, no pay, evictions, right? Well, we have corporate clients, there's zero eviction again because it's corporate and insurance clients, right? It's very stable. And then with the when the property, when the owner manages a property, they don't have any money because there's no profit, so they have to go fix the maintenance by themselves, sometimes fixing the toilet by themselves. Nobody want to do that, right? Well, with us, we have the profit because we rent it out for double the market rent. So therefore, you know, we can hire the people to fix the toilets, the AC, all those are professional people to fix it. Make sense? While doing, and then when the owner do it themselves, there's no profit. Long-term rental, there's like no profit after mortgages and everything. Maybe you make a few $100, right? But that's to save up to fix the property after the tenant leave. Okay. But when we manage, we like double or tripling that profit. You see? So the pitch to the landlord, listen carefully, because this may have millions of dollars. A lot of people nationwide to use this and work. How would you like to double or even triple your cash flow while I do all the work? You see, you only need a couple of landlords to say yes to get financial freedom. So don't ever give up. Okay. So write this down, take a picture. How would you like to double or triple your cash flow while I do all the work? So when co-hosting, you're doing all the work for them. By the way, Whisper is not that much work. It's not short term, it's mid-term. So it's not that much work. It might seem like a lot of work. That's why you can charge them 20%. But anyway, but that's the pitch to the landlord. Who doesn't want to do that, right? And then you just give them a monthly report, ask for referrals, and rinse, repeat, and scale. So the arbitrage financial freedom formula, do one property your first month, make 2,000 a month. Month 2, you do 2 more, now you're 6K. Month 3, you do 2 more, now you're 10K a month. Net profit, talk about net profit. So in 3 months, you make 10K a month. How many here would be happy 10K a month, right? And if not, just do 2 more a month. By month 6, you should have 11, probably make you 20-something thousand a month. By month 12, you should have 20-something, probably make you 40-something thousand a month. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I went to 8 years of school, become a doctor, a pharmacist, and I was only making 10 to 12K a month after that. And I had to invest 8 years of my life and about $400,000 in tuition, move across the country, sleep in the basement, survive a ramen noodle and dollar menu to make that happen. Okay. And then all I got was a job that trading time for money. Remember, guys, this is almost passive income. Once you set it up, there's nothing really you gotta do. Like, why? Because the client, the tenant, they don't want to see you. That's the best thing about this business, is unlike vacation rental or, you know, other businesses, they have to see you 24/7, or there's, you know, you're on call all the time, blah, blah, blah. No, these corporate clients, they check in for 3 months, 6 months, and they know they're going to be there for a long time. So they're not going to bother you for little stuff. You know, and they can give you some leeway if you need to fix some things, right? And the company is usually going to take care of everything. So you don't have to worry about a lot of things. But anyway, to take a screenshot of this, whatever your goal is, you can get there within this next year, the next 12 months. There's no reason why you shouldn't, okay? Co-hosting financial freedom formula. When you co-host, you make less, but remember your risk is less. So you make about $1,000 a month per property. So you just do month 1, just do 1 property. Month 2, you do 2. Month 3, you do 2. Now you have 5K a month. By month 6, you should have 11 property, make you 11,000 a month. By month 12, you should 20-something thousand a month right there. There's not a lot of risk at all with co-hosting. Remember that. So therefore, you can actually scale even bigger with co-hosting. So instead of doing 2 a month, you can do 3 a month. right? Because you are managing somebody else's property. You get it? You can scale very quickly. So imagining yourself making 20, 30K a month right now. It's been a year. We have a great relationship, mentorship, and you're thriving. You're making 20, 30K a month. What will you do with your life right now? Put down in the chat. Why is that important for you? And why is that important for you? Right? You really go deep in your why, because that's, like Tony Robbins, my mentor, multi-billionaire, impacted more millions of people. He said, go 7 levels deep with your why, because that's when you know your true why, that's when you can thrive, right? My ultimate why to help 1 million families get financial freedom, to break the generational curse and get the generational blessings. Okay. So that's my ultimate why. What's your why? Okay. So book a free consultation call one of my top advisors you haven't already. We are the oldest coaching community for midterm rental, been around the longest. Our advisor and the coaches are from our product of the product. They've been through the program, they got success, and that's why they want to help out the whole community, right? Oh, by the way, we are one of the largest nationwide corporate housing network as well in America, beyond chn.com. Okay. I have over 100 plus direct partners. And anyway, so in order for you to be a part of our community, there's four things. Number one is you got to get rid of any limiting beliefs, any fears that hold you back in your success. That's the first step, okay? Most of these fears and limiting belief has been ingrained to us by our parents, by society, by social media, by the news. I don't ever watch the news. So most of the success is mindset. So you can get rid of that. And that's why the call, the one-on-one call is there to help you to get rid of all of these mindset issues as well. Okay. Then you can take on new information. So then you can learn about the FAST method, how you can start your business. And then we give you how in here weekly mentoring, weekly accountability would help you, right? Also within a community that will help you every step of the way. We help anywhere from teenager to single mom to truck driver make 6-figure income, okay? Passively. So I'm sure we can help you. All right, so help you build scale your midterm rental corporate housing business after that. So check this out.
I'm officially leaving my pharmacist career, the job, next month. I'm gonna be drafting my resignation letter. Well, I have other business endeavor as well. So in addition to that, I'm gonna focus on that and then the corporate housing.
That is awesome. How much are you making now?
Well, on average, $20,000. Last month was my biggest month. Of course, I grossed $50,000.
Wow.
What's that?
How long did it take you?
9 months now?
How long did it take you to become a pharmacist?
Forever.
Actually got 2 appointments on Tuesday for 2 houses.
Nice.
And I've made a personal goal to at least get 8 houses before the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do everything I can to beat that number.
That's 20K a month, baby. Let's go.
Started 5 months ago, and since then, an average of 1 every month. I'm at 6 right now. Just talked to another landlord last night. Looks like we'll probably sign number 7 here next week. It's exciting.
How much you be making with this?
About 12,000 a month.
1,000 a month. Yeah.
So peaceful, man. Look at this guy. He's he's glowing. He got money all over his face, man.
I've been doing about 1 a month, but I think in the next 12 months, I want to do 20 in the next 12 months. So
I'm a realtor in San Antonio. Life before was good, but life now is great. I started in mid-May or something like that. Got my property in June. Took about 2 weeks, furnished it, launched it. Less than 24 hours after that, I got a booking and I've been 100% booked ever since.
Let's go. And how much profit are you making on that property per month?
And net about $3K a month from that property.
Yeah, you're not really doing much of anything, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. The network you provide, man. The tools you provide, people we're around. You teach us so much knowledge, man.
I met Dr. Chau at one of the Tony Robbins events, and he told me about this business, so I decided to take action right away. My wife really loved this idea. It took me about a couple of weeks. I got the place fixed up. It looked good. The first house, I average about $7,000 profit.
A month, by the
a
way.
month. I really like the program. Everything is good. I'm working on my second property. It's just that because I've been doing it for 3 months. So if I would have had 3 houses, I probably would have had another 50K or something in my pocket. So yeah, this is it's good money, easy money. You'll be in some beach somewhere and just, getting paid. So that's cool.
I am a student with Dr. Chau's mentorship. We finally got our rentals, our arbitrage, so everything's going good. We got our bookings. And yesterday we joined the elite. Honestly, with this, we get to know everything Dr. Chau knows. We get to be personal friends with him. It's so much like education because the value, it's way more than what he says. And in my opinion, it's the greatest thing that he's gonna do for everyone in this room. Thank you, Dr. Chau.
And how old are you?
I'm 15.
Let's go. Let's go. So we have single moms there, you see, teenager, truck driver, even make 6 figure income, right? So there you go. I'll guarantee we coach you until you make at least your initial coaching investment back with us. So, that's something that nobody else offer. So that's something to think about. But anyway, if you haven't already, book a free consultation call with us. Last call I see, there's only a couple of spots left for this next 7 days here. So make sure you take advantage of that. This offer is only good for the people on the call. So there you go. I see some of you are taking advantage of that. So congratulations. All right. Now let's go to questions. Okay. Any questions that we can do for you here? Yeah, you can live anywhere, not be haunted by bills, that's for sure. Yeah, if you don't have good credit, you want to focus on co-hosting, and it's all about relationship and how you can leverage our network. Also learning about us, what we do. It's all about exude that confidence and also showing them, leveraging us to show them that we've done hundreds of properties, right? So you can co-host for somebody, managing for somebody, and you can still make the income. Makes sense? It is harder. It's not easy, because you don't have a lot of money to do arbitrage, or you don't have a lot of credit and all of that. But you can build a relationship. There are many students of mine who build great relationship with the landlord, and they don't even check their credit. So very possible you can still do it, right? You can definitely do it for sure. I was seeing it so many times too. Okay. And if you guys want to have more testimonial, go to beyondbnbsecrets.com/testimonials, and my team will pop that in the chat for you. And I know it's Thanksgiving week. Usually we have like 50 people on these calls, but Thanksgiving week. So happy Thanksgiving for everybody out there. Thank you for coming. It doesn't matter at all. And even whoever show up, if one person, we'll still do the whole show for them. Okay. So hopefully you got some great value out tonight. Hopefully you take it seriously with your future, because it's, ultimately it's your future, right? So for something to change, you got to change, right? I mean, it's pretty common sense, but common sense sometimes not common. And I had to know that to wake up as well. That's why I travel around the world and learn from these billionaires, because I know they know something I don't know. And, and by doing that, I have grown my community and help a lot of people as well, to help a lot have a lot of success. So anyway, save this link for testimonials. Save the book a call link if you haven't already. Book a call. Make sure the 3 things to look for: being coachable, being have a positive mental attitude, and last thing is being a giver and not just a taker. And if that sounds like you, then we'd love to have you. Okay. And we can go from there. So everybody here, pack your back. Okay. I'm proud of you for being here. Pat yourself on the back for being here because 80% of success is showing up. Okay. So, and then lastly is let's bring it in, write this like a team, and we're gonna count down from 10 to 1. And then we're gonna celebrate Thanksgiving, celebrate our life. Thank you for being here. And then we end with my favorite scene. Let's go. So, we're ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Let's go. Yes, yes, freedom. Freedom. Yes, yes, let's go. You can do this, guys. I believe in you. All it takes is you. You got everything it takes inside of you, okay? All you gotta do is believe in yourself and then lead other people. We already have the right community. Be a part of it. Come and join us. Change more lives. Have more stories to tell. Create more moments with your family. Thanksgiving is family. So God bless you guys. Take care. We'll see you on the next call. Bye for now.